Okay guys, so Jockey Box time. Let's talk a little bit about how Jockey Boxes work. So you can see here that there is a tap handle or a spout, and this, my friends, is exactly where the kombucha is coming out. Then if you look inside, there's a series of tubes, and this series of tubes are gonna go back, around, and then out the back side. And then that attaches to this tubing. And this tubing then is going to attach to our keg that I was just sitting on. So as you can see, we've got a black post or a black adapter and a gray adapter. The black adapter is for booch, black for booch, and gray for gas. One of the things I like to say is I have lots of gray hair coming in, and if I drink too much alcohol, I black out. So that's another mnemonic you can use. But the way these work is that there's a collar on it. So you can see it kind of goes like that. You're gonna lift the collar, and then you're gonna put it on the post, and then you're gonna push down with the heel of your hand until you hear it click. If it doesn't click, just make sure to push down on that little collar, okay? And then you can see we've got the gas line, and that is going to our CO2 canister. That CO2 canister is set to 12. And 12 is the magic number for kombucha. We find that any higher or any lower doesn't really bring it out the same way. So that is Jockey Box 101. Now you can see that I've also added a bunch of ice here. I have a blue kind of hard ice here. And that is to keep the ice from going all the way over, because we're really only using this one. If you were using all three of the lines, you definitely want to make sure you have tons and tons of ice in here to keep it nice and cold. One of the reasons for that is because when you are pouring your kombucha, if you're not pulling this all the way, or you've got any of these connections being loose, or it's not cold enough, your kombucha will be foamy. Same with beer, same with other things. So keep that in mind. So let's get to purging. Can we talk about this awkward and precarious situation that I've put myself in where I have to bend over? It's just, why am I doing this to myself? As I mentioned, you want to make sure that when you are pulling, you pull all the way. And you're gonna go until the kombucha is nice and clear. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you have something in here. Normally it's about 2 cups, maybe a little bit more, of sanitizer that we have left in the lines for you. So that is something you don't wanna drink. You wanna make sure that comes out fully. So just keep in mind that you're gonna definitely want to do that. All right, friends, that's kind of it. You are ready to use your Jockey Box out and about. This means that you don't need a kegerator if you don't have one. This is great for just events for a couple of hours, keeping things cool, and you can absolutely drape, you know, a tablecloth or other things around it so that the person that's working this is able to get what they need out of it, and then nobody else sees all the stuff. We always leave it open at markets and events so that people can see like what a cool piece of equipment it is. Lots of people ask questions about it, especially little kids. So it's really fun to talk about it. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful and that you are able to booch on. Not booch on. How about keep calm and booch on?